I'm repairing a section of rotted shear plank on an older wooden boat. The first step in the repair is to remove any loose, wet, damaged fibers and get down to solid wood. I use a wood chisel to remove soft or spongy wood. Removing the deteriorated wood gives the epoxy a stronger bonding surface. The rot in this area had damage not only in the first layer of planking, but the second layer as well, leaving a rather large void. With the deteriorated wood removed, I use a heat gun to dry the area. I keep the heat moving to avoid burning the wood. Ideally, you want the wood to be below a 12% moisture content. I'm using the West System Wood Rot Repair Kit for this repair. The solvent-free wood rot repair epoxy has a low viscosity, perfectly suited for penetrating deeply into deteriorated wood, stabilizing the area. I mix my West System Wood Rot Repair epoxy for about a minute. I use a chip brush to apply a generous coat of epoxy, working it into all the exposed wood. After about 15 minutes of allowing the epoxy to absorb, I coat the surface again. After another 15 minutes or so, the wood stopped absorbing the epoxy, indicating the wood fibers were fully saturated. Due to the size of the void, I didn't want to just fill the entire area with epoxy because they may cause the epoxy to overheat. I pre-cut a small block of wood to take up much of the volume. I used mahogany, the same species of wood as the plank. The block shape didn't need to be precise because the thickened epoxy I will apply next will fill in any gaps. I beveled the edges of the block so it was easier to install. Wood rot repair epoxy is compatible with the full line of West System fillers. However, the properties of the 407 low density filler gave me the strength I needed with the ease of shaping I was looking for to fare the repair back into the hull. I waited until the brushed on epoxy reached the tacky stage similar to the adhesive of masking tape. Then I mixed a fresh batch of wood rot repair epoxy. I used it to coat the wood block, then thickened the epoxy with West System 407 low density filler. I only added enough filler to the epoxy so it would cling to the surface of the repair. The epoxy can be applied up to a ½ inch thick before having to worry about issues with overheating. I overfill the area slightly, then use a plastic spreader at a low angle to smooth the epoxy to the shape of the hull side. The next day, I washed the surface with water and a Scotch-Brite pad to remove any amine blush. Water works the best since the blush is water soluble. Once the surface is clean, I dry it with paper towels, then sand the area with 80 grit aluminum oxide sandpaper on a sanding block, making sure the block stays flat on the surface to fare it into the surrounding hull. The repair is ready for its final coat. In this case, it will be painted to match the rest of the hull.